Question 1. Scenario. Several users report receiving a phishing email with a malicious attachment. The email has already been delivered to 200 mailboxes across the organization. The question is, what is the most efficient way to remove this email from all affected mailboxes using Microsoft Defender for Office 365? Your options are: Option A. Ask each user to manually delete the email. Option B. Create a mail flow rule to block the sender going forward. Option C. Use Threat Explorer to locate the email and perform a manual remediation, soft, hard delete, across all mailboxes. Option D. Disable the mailboxes of affected users. Take a moment to think about your answer. The correct answer is C. Use Threat Explorer to locate the email and perform a manual remediation, soft, hard delete, across all mailboxes. Why C is correct? Threat Explorer allows analysts to search for the malicious email across the organization and take bulk remediation action, soft delete to junk, deleted items or hard delete, across all affected mailboxes simultaneously. Why A is wrong? Manual user deletion is inefficient, error-prone, and does not guarantee complete removal, e.g., forwarded copies. Why B is wrong? A mail flow rule prevents future emails from that sender, but does not remove the email already delivered to mailboxes. Why D is wrong? Disabling mailboxes is disruptive and does not remove the malicious email. It also blocks legitimate user access. Question 2. Scenario. Automatic attack disruption in Microsoft Defender XDR identified a business email compromise, BEC, attack and automatically disabled a compromised user's mailbox forwarding rules and blocked their sign-in. The question is, what should the analyst do next as part of the investigation? Your options are: Option A. Review the incident's evidence and timeline, confirm the scope, reset the user's credentials, and check for any data exfiltration via Purview audit. Option B. Immediately delete the user's mailbox permanently. Option C. Ignore the incident since attack disruption already resolved it. Option D. Disable Defender for Office 365 to prevent further automated actions. Take a moment to think about your answer. The correct answer is A. Review the incident's evidence and timeline, confirm the scope, reset the user's credentials, and check for any data exfiltration via Purview audit. Why A is correct? Attack disruption contains the immediate threat, but analysts must still investigate root cause, confirm full scope, reset credentials, and review audit logs for data exfiltration to fully remediate and prevent recurrence. Why B is wrong? Permanently deleting the mailbox destroys evidence needed for investigation and may violate data retention, legal hold requirements. Why C is wrong? Automated containment reduces impact, but does not replace investigation and full remediation of the compromise. Why D is wrong? Disabling Defender for Office 365 removes protection and automated disruption capability, increasing risk rather than aiding investigation. Question 3. Scenario. A Microsoft Purview Data Loss Prevention (DLP) policy alert indicates that a user emailed a file containing credit card numbers to an external recipient, triggering a compliance investigation. The question is, which tool should the analyst use to investigate the details of this DLP incident, including the matched sensitive content? Your options are: Option A. Microsoft Defender for Cloud Apps App Governance. Option B. The Microsoft Purview DLP Alerts, Activity Explorer. Option C. Microsoft Defender for Endpoint Device Timeline. Option D. Microsoft Sentinel Hunting Graph. Take a moment to think about your answer. The correct answer is B. The Microsoft Purview DLP Alerts, Activity Explorer. Why B is correct? Microsoft Purview's DLP Alerts and Activity Explorer provide detailed context on policy matches, including the sensitive information type detected, the user, recipient, and content details, needed to investigate a DLP incident. Why A is wrong. App governance in Defender for Cloud Apps focuses on OAuth app risk and behavior, not DLP policy match details. Why C is wrong. Device timeline shows endpoint activity on a device, not email, DLP-specific content matches. Why D is wrong. The hunting graph visualizes entity relationships from advanced hunting queries, not DLP alert details. Question 4. Scenario. A user reports they may have unknowingly shared a confidential document containing merger and acquisition plans via a link with anyone with the link, permissions, and the document has already been accessed by external users. The question is, which Microsoft Purview capability should you use to investigate exactly who accessed the file and when? Your options are: Option A, Insider Risk Management Policy Creation. Option B, Communication Compliance. Option C, Data Classification Labeling. Option D, Microsoft Purview Audit, Search for File Access, Download Events. Take a moment to think about your answer. The correct answer is D, Microsoft Purview Audit, Search for File Access, Download Events. Why D is correct. Microsoft Purview Audit allows investigators to search detailed activity logs, including file access, view, and download events in SharePoint, OneDrive, to determine exactly who accessed the exposed file and when. Why A is wrong. Insider risk management focuses on detecting risky user behavior patterns proactively, not retrospective forensic search of specific file access events. Why B is wrong. Communication compliance monitors messages for policy violations, e.g., harassment, regulatory, not file access auditing. Why C is wrong. Data classification labeling classifies and protects content. It does not provide a log of who accessed a specific file. Question 5. Scenario. During a legal investigation, your organization needs to search across a custodian's mailbox, OneDrive, and Teams chats for specific keywords related to a potential fraud case, and preserve the results for legal proceedings. The question is, which Microsoft Purview tool should you use? Your options are: Option A, Content Search, e-Discovery, with a legal hold. Option B, Microsoft Defender for Cloud Apps. Option C, Microsoft Sentinel Notebooks. Option D, Attack Surface Reduction Rules. Take a moment to think about your answer. The correct answer is A, Content Search, e-Discovery, with a legal hold. Why A is correct. Microsoft Purview e-Discovery, with content search capability, enables keyword-based search across mailboxes, OneDrive, and Teams, and supports placing a legal hold to preserve data for litigation or investigation purposes. Why B is wrong. Defender for Cloud Apps governs SaaS app risk and activity, not legal hold, content search across M365 data. Why C is wrong. Sentinel notebooks are for advanced hunting and data science workflows, not legal e-discovery searches. Why D is wrong. RSA rules are an endpoint protection feature, entirely unrelated to e-discovery. Question 6. Scenario. Microsoft Defender for Cloud generates an alert indicating a virtual machine is communicating with a known command and control, C2, IP address. The question is, what should the analyst do to investigate and remediate this workload protection alert? Your options are: Option A, ignore the alert since VMs cannot be compromised via network traffic. Option B, delete the virtual machine immediately without investigation. Option C, review the alert's evidence in Defender for Cloud, correlate with Defender for Endpoint, Sentinel data, and isolate the VM if compromise is confirmed. Option D, change the VM's public IP address only. Take a moment to think about your answer. The correct answer is C. Review the alert's evidence in Defender for Cloud, correlate with Defender for Endpoint, Sentinel data, and isolate the VM if compromise is confirmed. Why C is correct? Analysts should review the alert evidence in Defender for Cloud, correlate with related signals in Defender for Endpoint or Sentinel to confirm scope, and take containment actions such as isolating the VM if compromise is confirmed. Why A is wrong? VMs are absolutely susceptible to compromise, including C2 communication from malware. This alert should never be dismissed without review. Why B is wrong? Deleting the VM without investigation destroys forensic evidence and prevents root cause analysis. Why D is wrong? Simply changing the public IP does not address the underlying compromise if the malware is still resident on the VM. Question 7. Scenario. An analyst investigating a Defender for Cloud alert about a suspicious process on a Linux server wants to see related process, file, and network events correlated across the workload protection plans, e.g., Defender for servers. The question is, where should the analyst look for this correlated evidence? Your options are: Option A, Microsoft Entra ID sign-in logs only. Option B, the security alert details and associated incident in Defender for Cloud, Defender XDR, including linked entities and evidence. Option C, Microsoft Purview Compliance Manager. Option D, the Sentinel Content Hub. Take a moment to think about your answer. The correct answer is B, the security alert details and associated incident in Defender for Cloud, Defender XDR, including linked entities and evidence. Why B is correct? Defender for Cloud alerts, surfaced through Defender XDR when integrated, provide detailed evidence, including related processes, files, and network connections, correlated within the incident view for holistic investigation. Why A is wrong? Entra sign-in logs only show identity authentication events, not server-side process, file, network evidence. Why C is wrong? Compliance Manager tracks regulatory compliance posture, not security alert investigation evidence. Why D is wrong? The Content Hub is for installing solutions, connectors, rules, not for viewing correlated alert evidence. Question 8. Scenario. Your organization received a phishing campaign, and analysts want a single pane to view all related emails, click events, submitted user reports, and remediation actions tied to this specific campaign. The question is, which Defender for Office 365 feature should the analyst use? Your options are: Option A, Campaign Views in Threat Explorer. Option B, Attack Simulation Training. Option C, Safe Attachments Policy Configuration. Option D, Anti-Malware Policy Reports. Take a moment to think about your answer. The correct answer is A, Campaign Views in Threat Explorer. Why A is correct? Campaign Views in Threat Explorer aggregate all related emails, URLs, click data, and remediation status into a single view when Microsoft identifies emails as part of the same coordinated phishing campaign. Why B is wrong? Attack simulation training is used to proactively test and train users against phishing, not investigate a real ongoing campaign. Why C is wrong? Safe Attachments Policy Configuration is a preventive control setting, not an investigative view. Why D is wrong? Anti-malware policy reports show malware detection statistics, not a consolidated phishing campaign investigation view. Question 9. Scenario. An investigation reveals that a malicious OAuth application was granted mail-read permissions by a user who clicked a consent phishing link, and the app has been silently exfiltrating email data. The question is, what is the most appropriate remediation action? Your options are: Option A, reset the user's password only. Option B, block the user's mailbox forwarding rules only. Option C, disable multi-factor authentication for the user. Option D. Revoke the malicious app's OAuth consent, permissions and investigate the scope of data accessed. Take a moment to think about your answer. The correct answer is D. Revoke the malicious app's OAuth consent, permissions and investigate the scope of data accessed. Why D is correct? Consent phishing grants the malicious app direct API access via OAuth tokens, independent of the user's password. Revoking the app's consent, permissions cuts off its access, and investigating audit logs determines what data was accessed. Why A is wrong? Resetting the password alone does not revoke the OAuth token already granted to the malicious app, which can persist independently. Why B is wrong? Blocking forwarding rules addresses one exfiltration vector, but does not remove the malicious app's underlying access. Why C is wrong? Disabling MFA weakens security further and does nothing to revoke the malicious app's existing consent. Question 10. Scenario. A Defender for Office 365 incident shows a user clicked a malicious link that was verdict changed to malicious after delivery. A 0-hour auto-purge scenario, but the click occurred before the purge. The question is, what should the analyst verify to determine actual risk to the user's identity or device? Your options are: Option A, only the sender's SPF, DKIM, DMARC results. Option B, the safe links click verdict, time of click protection outcome and correlate with sign-in and device activity for that user around the click time. Option C, the tenant's overall spam confidence level settings. Option D, the mailbox's storage quota. Take a moment to think about your answer. The correct answer is B, the safe links click verdict, time of click protection outcome and correlate with sign-in and device activity for that user around the click time. Why B is correct? Safe links provides time of click protection and records the verdict at the moment of the click. Correlating that with the user's sign-in logs and device activity around that timestamp helps determine whether the click actually resulted in compromise. Why A is wrong? SPF, DKIM, DMARC results relate to sender authentication, not whether the specific user click resulted in compromise. Why C is wrong? Spam confidence level settings are a tuning configuration, not evidence of what happened during this specific click event. Why D is wrong? Mailbox storage quota is entirely unrelated to assessing compromise risk from a malicious link click. Quiz complete. You have reviewed all questions and their full explanations. Great work. Please like and subscribe my channel for more such contents.